The photographs are flipped, but
Oh,
this video is actually the way we really are. So I was going to ask you. You asked me what my birthday was, and I'm a Sagittarius, December 18th, which is close to Capricorn. Is that right?
yeah. Sometimes
It's
his
kind of
would be on charts. He'd be one thing, and but
whose
he
was
was
that?
pep. But on the
Oh,
he wasn't on the cusp. We
mm-hmm,
have November 1st
mm-hmm.
and October 1st, and we have several in the family. And I guess I'm on the cusp.
Well, what sign are
The
you?
first Taurus. Can't
So
you
you're
feel?
just like Tom. You're stubborn, right?
Yeah,
You are
I'm
stubborn,
stubborn, and it
but you
takes a
like to
lot. It
please
takes a
people,
lot
though.
to upset me, but if I get
Yeah.
upset, I'm really kind of a pain in the butt.
Well, because you're grounded. Basically, it's
Yeah.
true that Tauruses tend to be grounded, right? They're
Yes,
earth
yes,
signs.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And I'm a
anyway,
fire sign.
wow. Well, before you leave, we have to look at my astrological
I
calendar.
wish, I kind of wish almost that we had gotten snowbound so that we could have lit the fire. Because,
Well,
me going to
you
bed
went to
so
bed so
early,
early. I
I
don't like to light
know,
it and then shut the doors
I
and go
know,
to bed.
to light it in
And I
the
have a lot of
evening.
junk in there. Yes,
No,
that.
no,
But see, you're such an early
no.
to bed and early to
I
rise.
know, I
Who
know.
knows how to live with that?
Isn't it
So
strange? I guess I
Tom
know how
needs
to
a
live with it. Yeah,
well, of course. But how did you get started?
I don't really know. I don't know, Cook. It's very mysterious, really, because I just, at one point, I just realized I used to stay up all night long when I was a kid at times. I had a little friend that we'd have a sleepover, and we'd actually leave the house. This was in Bangkok. We'd go out and
Oh my!
run around in the streets in the middle of the
Oh
night. It's probably not safe now,
no,
but
you would have
we
been
didn't feel
captured
we
and
didn't feel in
sold.
danger. Yeah, and once in a while we'd take a taxi part of the way, but we would walk through the city. I mean, did you ever sneak out of the house when you were a kid just to go outside
Yeah.
in the woods or?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean that's kind of fun,
But it
isn't
was
it?
safe in those days.
Well, yeah, and where were you living? What was this
In
was when you were a
Kansas.
kid? Yeah,
Yeah.
Kansas.
My dad had a private school with a lot of nice land on it and alfalfa fields, and I'd go out and hunt for snakes.
Were you like, oh, so you hunted snakes,
Yes,
and
I
you're
did.
still good at if there's a garter snake, you can grab it
Well, I haven't. I
by
thought,
the
what's wrong
head,
with
huh?
me? I used to grab them all the
Yeah,
time, but
yeah.
I was a little timid
Coke the
about
snake
grabbing.
hunter.
Oh, and a
Yeah.
great big bull snake once I got. Dad
Oh
taught me
yeah,
how
those are
you
a
get
little
a
bit
forked stick and you
intimidating.
put that right
Yeah.
back of their neck, and then you hold them right there, and they
Mm-hmm.
can't bite you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would chase my 3 years younger
Wow.
sister and my little
Wow.
sister and my mother,
Yeah.
and Dad wouldn't be
And you'd be
around.
holding the snake. Would it
And
be
I'd be,
wriggling
oh,
around?
it was huge. They're
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, I've seen a
And
bull snake.
they're about that big around.
Yeah, and they're
Well,
long.
I'd be terrified
That's
to
a
pick
big
one
snake,
up
right?
now. Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
I never thought of you as a fearless snake hunter. That's
Well, I
cool.
was then.
Well,
I was about 9, 10 years old in that age
and I
when
think
I climbed trees.
I actually think it's yeah. When I climbed trees a lot.
Okay.
I was like a monkey.
Oh, you would have been good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I bet you were good too.
No, well, I was, never very long limbed.
Yeah,
My sister and I would play Tarzan and Jane. She was always Jane.
she was Jane and you were
I
Tarzan.
was always Tarzan.
Well, and were you kind of in the countryside back in Kansas? Was this?
Well, Dad's schools were out of town.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we had two
So,
different ones.
but I mean, where you lived? Were you in a town?
Yeah, we lived in
Okay.
at once, the 2 times he had the schools, we lived at the school.
Yeah.
He had 3
Well,
schools, yeah.
and you.
And
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that's all. I was just thinking we had a perfect childhood, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it rained in the city, what I remember, I had a pet turtle I had found.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I was out looking for it one time, and I snuck out at night to
Aw.
look for it because I knew
Yeah.
Mother would have a fit if she knew I was out of the house.
Oh, I love turtles. Turtles are
Yeah.
one of my
Just a typical
favorite
turtle.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a land
So,
turtle though, a tortoise, or was it
yeah,
a water turtle?
no,
It
it was
didn't-
a land turtle.
So it was a
I just
tortoise.
found it in the neighborhood,
Yeah. Oh, there's something about turtles and tortoises, like all of them, I don't know what, they do something to me. I just love them so much. Yeah, I just love them. Whenever I see one, I kind of light up
Have you
inside,
seen the San Diego Zoo?
I don't think so.
They have a pit
Really?
with turtles
Wow.
that are huge. Huge. Their shells are like,
But those are like tortoises, the
I don't know the
land
difference.
turtles, right?
yeah, they were
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
land. And my daughter Bonnie had found a nickel, a buffalo head nickel that she
Mhm.
dropped in there by
Mhm.
mistake.
Oh my gosh.
And so she was crying, and she
A
wanted
buffalo
to. And
head.
I mean, you weren't supposed to get in there. You were up
Right.
above, and people walking around, and
Sure.
guards. And
Sure.
so Pep said, "Okay, Bonnie, I'll help you get
Oh.
that." And so I said, I'll talk. I'll get to that guy that's telling about things, and you could ask him
Mm-hmm.
questions, and he was watching. I'll wait till his
Yeah.
back is to the pen, and then I'll ask him a bunch of questions. And so
Oh, and distract him.
as I'm talking to this man and asking questions, here's Pep holding Bonnie by the ankles so that she can reach down and get her
Oh
nickel.
no.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh gosh.
so that was kind of fun.
Well, the turtles are probably not dangerous, but
Well, they can
um,
bite though.
that's true. They have a big beak, huh? And
Well, I don't know. They don't look like they
kind
have
of a
any.
beak. Their
They
mouth
look-
is sort of hard, though,
They
isn't
look
it?
toothless, don't they?
But they don't
they-
have sharp. But they have kind of sharp lips. I think they don't. You know what I mean? They don't have soft lips. Like.
Yeah,
But I wonder if those were
Well,
Galapagos turtles. From the Galapagos
probably.
Islands. Could be.
Right.
There was a Galapagos turtle called Lonesome George, and it just broke my heart. They now have him. I hate taxidermy. Actually, I don't care for it much.
The guy we had
dead
up here
animals.
died. Did you ever know Big John?
Did they have one here?
John.
A big
He was-
turtle?
No, John
Tortoise?
was a taxidermist.
Oh, the taxidermist.
A big
Oh, and
yeah.
he's not been stuffed.
No.
Not like Roy Rogers and Trigger, who are both in the museum,
He's
according
gone
to
now.
urban legend. But
Yeah.
well, this Lonesome George Cook was the last of his species, and they have quite a number of species apparently on the Galapagos Islands. The famous
I have
place where Darwin went.
I have a peer who was a ranger up there one summer.
Really?
Yeah, he had been fantastic
Mm-hmm.
pictures.
Mm-hmm. Well, this Lonesome George, they couldn't get him. They got him to mate with some other similar species women, but nothing worked. So he was the last of his kind. He died just sometime in the last year.
They live really long. Huh?
He was. I think they thought he was 120 or over that. I forget. But anyway, it just made me so sad. There was actually a YouTube video about that. It was an elegy for Lonesome George. It kind of made me cry. It was really good, Yeah.
Well, it says this morning on NPR that in 1930s,
Mm-hmm.
they think the population of Colorado will be doubled what it is now.
No, wait. In the 2030s?
Yes.
Double. Oh, Lord. That's an awful thought, isn't it?
And I'm thinking, why don't we have zero population growth? After I had 4 children, I joined that.
Once you had your kids.
Mhm.
Well, maybe they'll
Well,
have
they
like
didn't have it.
skyscrapers in downtown Estes Park, right? They'll have high-rise apartments.
Well, they were talking about
That would be
water.
an
There's
awful-
not enough water
Yeah,
right now,
Yeah.
even, but we help supply 7 states
really.
with water. And
See, that's
now
how
look,
it is.
now look at.
Oh, isn't that
Crags,
gorgeous? Yeah. That's
But
the
they
crags.
said it's just
the
80%
Twin Sisters.
of the snow that we usually have.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
and I thought that we'd had a lot, but
Well, we have a drought in Texas too.
yeah,
That's just
in
right now.
California.
It's we're getting some rain, which is great. Like here, But I think the thing here is that the accumulation here does so much for the irrigation down below, right? I mean, it's
oh yeah,
they need that. They need
have to
that.
have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right, I think this is going.
So anyway, but you didn't tell me my natal horoscope.
Oh, I have to get it.
You'd have to get it done.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay.
No, I
Okay.
have to go over there and get the
Okay. Well, so
calendar.
maybe we should say
You
goodbye
should
to all
stop
of our
this.
fans. What do you think?
Goodbye, fans.
Goodbye, fans.